Well, it's coming. Of course, we knew about this for the Japanese version, but we didn't have any confirmation for the global version, and it seems like now it's over and done. Hello everyone and welcome to Anything Geek. My name is Zero, and today we're gonna talk about the recent ban addition to the One Piece card game. Because as I previously mentioned on this channel, Sakazuki, Reject and Great Eruption, three cards that you can see right here, are gonna be banned for the game for the Japanese version starting the April 1st date, and we had yet to have any sort of confirmation for the global version because the Japanese version is way ahead of us. They already have OPO 7, they are in full swing of the meta, and so they will have been playing with OPO 7 for a month when the ban will take full effect. But we global player will not have the same luxury, because our ban date is gonna be set for June 21st, and that's gonna be around the time that OPO 7 is gonna come out. So we're not gonna have any of those cards starting OPO 7. The same way they banned Newgate, Moby Dick and stuff like that, and also the Nami before the release of the Starter Deck 10, we're not gonna be able to play those cards for the duration probably of OPO 7. But we're gonna have to see forward if the ban stays or if they decide to lift it up as the meta evolved down the line. But for now, just know that starting June 21st, 2024, you will not be able to include Sakazuki, Great Eruption or Reject into your decks. Now, they are giving some explanation as to why, and for Sakazuki, you can see they say that this card's effects allow player to draw card with little risk, making the ideal game plan centered around this card easily replicable. Its reliability is a strength that sets it apart from other leaders, especially in tournaments. And that is actually totally true, because if we look at the Japanese format for OPO 6 here on the Top Deck website, you can see that the distribution of deck for that specific set, for that meta, was actually of 62 for Sakazuki. And the concept really is fairly simple. The fact that the leader is black and blue, it's just too powerful, because you have so many combos. You can soft remove cards from the board by bottom decking them with some other cards, because you can take advantage of the cost reduction of black to basically target anything on the board. I mean, for instance, Bolsonaro targets a 4 cost or lower, but in terms of blue, that might be like only a 4 cost, okay, but when you pair that to black, you can reduce the cost of pretty much anything down to 4, and then you get your bigger cards that just like, they're gone. They're just basically gone. Not only that, but the effect of Sakazuki allows you to draw every turn and card cycle, so it was just too good to be just left alone. It's the same as Whitebeard back in the day. And the next card we have banned is Great Eruption, and what they give as explanation is that while many other cards reduce cost in a way similar to this card, this is the only card that can reduce cost without consuming any cards in the player's hand or imposing any condition, making it powerful in every stage of the game. And that is very true, because the effect is just you can draw 1 card, that's already fairly good, but you can also give -2 during this turn and you just pay 1 cost. Clearly that's just too much, because I was talking about Sakazuki just before and how you could basically remove anything from the board with the blue cards by using black to reduce cost, and here you have just a -2 cost for a 1 cost. So picture it that you have 2 downs, you -2 2 time on a single target, you reduce the cost by 4, and suddenly an 8 cost body on the board is not really that scary anymore, and you just paid 2 to get rid of that 4 cost. So well, 2 for the cost reduction plus the cost that you're gonna pay for the removal, but Lucci, Borsalino and stuff like that, they have great on-play effects and they can totally do that for you. So of course it was a fairly guess that this would be removed from the game as well as Sakazuki because the combo was just too strong. Now, it's very sad to see this card just be outright banned as soon as OPO 7 is gonna hit, because we just had this card for OPO 6 and OPO 6 just got out, so we're just gonna have a very short-lived meta with this card. And you might not know this card as well as the others because it's just got out. But the main effect is you can choose one of the 2 effects. You can either KO up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 5 or less, or if your opponent has 1 life card, you can deal 1 damage to your opponent. Then you can add 1 card from the top of your life to your hands. Also as a trigger, you can draw a card. And so they explain this right here at the bottom. The deal 1 damage to your opponent effect of this card greatly improve the ability of decks containing yellow cards, which often feature triggers effect, which is true. I mean, when you play yellow, you tend to have a bunch of triggers in your deck. That's the way it goes, because you need to get some life backs, you need to get that last push of life. And Category is a great example because you can place your triggers as you go in the game, and so it thereby makes these decks harder to deal with than expected and significantly boost their win rate. In addition, they are concerned that the cost of dealing 1 damage via this effect is low, and the ability to easily ignore offensive and defensive play causes more stress for player than expected. And I mean, I totally get it, because when you have these cards in your deck, you don't really bother with anything else, especially because it's a Sky Island card, so you're probably gonna be playing NL, so you're gonna have your life, at least 1 life back every turn. And so either when you're facing NL or anybody else, if they're down to 1 life, you can use Reject to get rid of that last life. And so when you do, you can just push for game that way. That would be like very efficient, and of course it's gonna be like unbalancing the game due to this mechanic. And again, that's very sad that they are banning this and we will not be able to use it for that long, but I guess that's just the way it goes. Of course, as the rest of the ban list goes, Moby Dick is still totally banned, and Kabaji as well for the Nami deck. But yeah, there you go. Give me your thoughts in the comments down below, because I mean, Reject is kind of sad. We just got that card in OPO 6, but Sakazuki, I mean, I'm not a big fan of banning leaders, but I do understand and I get that they would try to balance the game by banning the problematic leader. Great Eruption, I'm not so sure, because if Sakazuki is banned, I mean, are you really gonna be playing this in any other decks? I don't really know, so leave me all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And in the meantime, if this video has been at the very least entertaining to you, please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to never miss anything geek. Bye guys.